All these words mean a feeling of love or fondness, but they differ in strength and tone. Affection refers to deep and tender feelings of admiration toward a person. It emphasizes the depth and warmth of the emotion rather than its intensity. She showed great affection for her younger sister by always being there when she needed help. Love is stronger in tone than affection. It represents a powerful and sometimes overwhelming passion that is hard to control. His love for her was so deep that he gave up everything to be by her side. Attachment is usually used in written language. It can refer to a fondness for someone or something, or a calm and rational love that has built up over a long period of time. After living in the village for 30 years, he felt a deep attachment to the land and the people there. All these words mean to state or declare something, but they are used in different ways. Assert has a strong subjective tone. It means to state that something is true based on one's own belief, regardless of the actual facts. He asserted that he was the best candidate for the job, even though he had little experience. Affirm emphasizes a firm and unshakable attitude when making a statement. The speaker is fully committed to what they say. She affirmed that she would stand by her decision no matter what others said. Allege mostly refers to making a claim or assertion without solid evidence or proof. The newspaper alleged that the official had accepted bribes, but no evidence was provided. Maintain is similar in meaning to assert, but refers specifically to firmly defending a position or viewpoint against challenge. He maintained that he was innocent throughout the entire trial. Testify mostly refers to giving testimony in court, solemnly declaring that what one says is true. The witness testified that she had seen the suspect leave the building at midnight. Claim can be used in place of assert, but is weaker in tone. It emphasizes asserting one's own right and asking others to recognize it. She claimed that the bag left at the station belonged to her. All these words mean to make someone angry or annoyed, but they are used in different ways. Provoke means to stir up strong anger in someone to the point where they feel forced to react. His rude comments provoked her so much that she walked out of the meeting. Irritate usually means to lose patience and become restless or annoyed because of an unpleasant stimulus. The constant noise from the construction site irritated everyone working in the office. Aggravate is an informal spoken word. It means to cause annoyance or anger through repeated words or actions over a long period of time. His habit of interrupting people constantly aggravated his colleagues over time. All these words mean pain or suffering, but they differ in type and intensity. Agony emphasizes the extreme intensity of mental or physical pain. She was in agony after the accident and could not move at all. Anguish refers to unbearable extreme mental suffering. When used for the body, it mostly refers to localized or temporary pain. The mother cried out in anguish when she heard the news about her son. Torment emphasizes the long-lasting nature of distress or suffering. He lived in torment for years, unable to forgive himself for what had happened. Torture is stronger in tone than torment. It refers to pain resulting from severe mental or physical persecution. Waiting for the test results felt like torture. Every hour felt like a year. Grief refers to intense emotional distress and sadness caused by a specific situation or reason. The whole community shared in the grief of the family who lost their home in the fire. Misery emphasizes a pitiable state of suffering, often implying misfortune, wretchedness, or sadness. After losing his job and home, he sank into a state of complete misery. Distress mostly refers to mental suffering caused by pressure, tension, fear, or worry. It can also refer to pain brought by a disaster. The passengers were in great distress after the ship started taking on water. Sorrow is weaker in tone than grief. It refers to sadness caused by misfortune, loss, or disappointment. She felt a quiet sorrow when she learned that her old school had been torn down. All these words mean a group of people or organizations joined together, but they are used in different ways. League is a common word. It refers to a regional, national, or international union formed for common interests. It can also refer to a civil or semi-official organizational alliance. Several nations formed a league to promote peace and cooperation in the region. Federation generally refers to any union established by fixed terms or agreements, especially a federal government. The federation was formed when several independent states agreed to join under one central government. Union is a common word. It refers to a unified whole formed by several individuals or groups. It emphasizes the permanent nature of the bond. The workers formed a union to protect their rights and negotiate better working conditions. Alliance is a common word. It refers to any partnership or union that is mutually beneficial to both sides. The two countries formed a military alliance to defend each other in times of crisis. All these words mean to share or give out something, but they are used in different ways. Assign refers to a rigid allocation carried out according to a certain principle. It is not necessarily fair to everyone. The manager assigned tasks to each team member based on their roles. Distribute usually refers to dividing a whole or a fixed quantity into several portions to give out. Volunteers distributed food and water to the people affected by the disaster. Divide is a common word. It emphasizes splitting something into several parts to give to others. When something is split in two, it implies equal distribution. They divided the prize money equally among all 4 members of the team. Allocate mainly refers to the distribution of money, property, power, or territory. It emphasizes the proportion given and the specific purpose it is meant for. The government allocated a large budget to improve public transportation across the country. All these words can mean the only one, but they differ in emphasis and tone. Only is a common word, often interchangeable with soul. It emphasizes being limited to a specific person or thing with no need for more. She was the only person in the room who knew the answer. Single is stronger in tone. It emphasizes there is only this one and absolutely no second. Not a single student failed the exam. They all passed with good marks. Soul is stronger than only. It refers to there being only one or one group, with only that one being considered. She was the sole survivor of the accident and had to carry the memory alone. Unique is an informal word. It emphasizes being the only one in a category with unmatched and incomparable characteristics. Every person is unique. No two people in the world are exactly the same. Alone emphasizes specifically referring to a particular person or thing and nothing else. You alone have the power to change your own future. All these words are related to written symbols or letters, but they are used in different ways. Alphabet refers to the entire system of letters used in a language. It does not refer to a single letter. The English alphabet has 26 letters from A to Z. Letter refers to a single individual letter in an alphabet. The letter A is the first letter of the English alphabet. Character usually refers to Chinese square written symbols. It can also refer to any written symbol or character in a writing system. Each Chinese character carries its own meaning and pronunciation. Script refers to letters or symbols as they appear in written or printed form. The ancient script carved into the stone wall had not been read for thousands of years. All these words mean how high something is, but they are used in different ways. Altitude refers to height above sea level, or the height of something above the ground. The plane was flying at an altitude of 10,000 meters above sea level. Height is a common word. It refers to the measurable distance from the bottom to the top of any object, regardless of how tall or short it is. The height of the new building is over 200 meters. Elevation mainly refers to the height above sea level of hills or objects that stand on the ground. The city sits at an elevation of over 3,000 meters, making it one of the highest in the world. All these words mean to cause someone to feel shocked or amazed, but they differ in intensity. Surprise is a common word. It mostly refers to a feeling of wonder caused by something unexpected or unanticipated. It surprised everyone when he suddenly announced he was leaving the company. Amaze is stronger in tone. It refers to feeling surprised or bewildered because something thought impossible or very unlikely has actually happened. It amazed her that he had learned to speak the language fluently in just 6 months. Astonish is also strong in tone. It refers to feeling amazed at something unexpected that has happened, but cannot be explained. The magician astonished the audience with a trick that no one could explain. Astound is strong in tone. It refers to being shocked because something is incredibly hard to believe or truly rare. The scientist's discovery astounded the entire research community around the world. Startle refers to causing someone to jump or be shocked due to a sudden fright or unexpected stimulus. The sudden ring of the phone startled him while he was reading quietly. Stun is the strongest word in this group. It refers to being so extremely surprised that one is left speechless and completely at a loss for what to do. The news of his sudden death stunned everyone who knew him. No one could say a word. All these words mean unclear or hard to understand, but they are used in different ways. Vague mostly refers to being unclear or hard to understand due to imprecise language, being too general, or having an incomplete idea. His instructions were so vague that nobody knew exactly what they were supposed to do. Dim emphasizes difficulty in seeing or perceiving something due to poor lighting, the passage of time, or poor physical condition. She had only a dim memory of the house she had lived in as a small child. Indefinite refers to having no clear definition or boundary, with an unclear focus or overall outline. The project has been postponed for an indefinite period of time with no clear end date. Obscure is the strongest word in this group. It refers to something that is very difficult to understand or interpret. The poem was so obscure that even the professor struggled to explain its meaning. Ambiguous refers to something in writing or speech that can be understood in more than one way, leaving people uncertain about its meaning. The contract was ambiguous on several key points, which later led to a serious dispute. Faint refers to a weak impression of something, or a faint sound, or a very slim hope. There was only a faint chance that they would arrive before the storm hit. All these words mean to fix or improve something that is wrong, but they are used in different ways. Correct refers to fixing or correcting something that is incorrect, untrue, or flawed. The teacher corrected the student's mistakes and handed the papers back the next day. Rectify is a formal word with a more abstract meaning. It emphasizes thoroughly correcting something that has deviated from the correct standard or rule. The company took immediate steps to rectify the errors found in the financial report. Remedy is a formal word. It usually refers to making corrections within a limited scope, especially resolving a difficult or thorny problem. The manager worked hard to remedy the misunderstanding between the two departments. Revise refers to making corrections or improvements after careful reading and repeated reflection to bring something closer to perfection. She revised her essay 3 times before she was satisfied with the final version. Amend is a written language word. It refers to making corrections or changes to make something better and meet higher requirements. The committee voted to amend the original proposal before presenting it to the board. All these words mean in the middle of or surrounded by something, but they are used in different ways. Among refers to being in the middle of 3 or more things of the same kind. She was the youngest among all the candidates who applied for the position. Between mostly refers to 2 things. In modern English, it can also refer to 3 or more, indicating a clear and separate individual relationship between each. The agreement was made between the 3 countries after months of negotiation. Amid is a formal word. It emphasizes being in the middle of a place surrounded by something, or among people or things that are not of the same kind. She remained calm amid the chaos and confusion that surrounded her. Amongst has the same meaning as among and is simply a variant of it. Among can always replace amongst, but amongst cannot always replace among. He was well known amongst the people in his small village. All these words refer to a total or count of something, but they are used in different ways. Quantity is a written word. It refers to the total volume or count of things, emphasizing large-scale measurement with a sense of accuracy. The factory produces a large quantity of goods every day to meet the growing demand. Amount is a common word, similar in meaning to quantity. It emphasizes the whole, referring to the total obtained by combining all quantities, weights, and measurements together. The total amount of money raised by the charity event exceeded everyone's expectations. Number is a common word. It refers to the count of people or things and emphasizes the concept of counting. The number of students in the class has increased from 20 to 30 this year. Sum is a common word. It refers to the result obtained by simple addition. The sum of 5 and 7 is 12. All these words mean to make someone feel happy or engaged, but they are used in different ways. Amuse refers to helping someone pass time pleasantly by drawing their attention to something interesting or enjoyable. It emphasizes the effect of making someone feel happy. The clown amused the children with funny tricks and silly faces throughout the party. Entertain refers to freeing oneself or others from monotony through activities that bring joy and pleasure. The band entertained the crowd for 2 hours with energetic music and great performances. Interest is a common word. It refers to exciting someone or keeping their curiosity or attention on something for any reason. It emphasizes arousing interest or attention. The documentary interested him so much that he watched it 3 times in 1 week. Please mostly refers to the strong feeling of satisfaction that arises after a wish or interest has been fulfilled. The final result of the project pleased everyone on the team beyond their expectations. All these words mean a way in which things are similar, but they are used in different ways. Similarity refers to some degree of resemblance between different people or things in appearance, characteristics, degree, or nature. There is a strong similarity between the 2 sisters in the way they speak and move. Resemblance refers to similarity in outward appearance or nature between people or things. The child bears a striking resemblance to his grandfather in both looks and personality. Analogy refers to a similarity found when comparing things that are different in both appearance and substance. It highlights a parallel between 2 otherwise unlike things. The teacher used an analogy between the human heart and a pump to help students understand how blood circulates. Likeness is a common word. It refers to a very obvious similarity or complete resemblance in the outward appearance of people or things. The portrait captured such a perfect likeness of the queen that everyone recognized her immediately. All these words mean very old or from the past, but they are used in different ways. Ancient refers to things that happened or existed a very long time ago. When describing history, it refers to times far in the distant past. The ancient ruins of the city attracted thousands of visitors from around the world every year. Old refers to something that has existed for a long time. Used with times, it means ancient times, and used with days, it refers to the past or the old society. In the old days, people had to travel for weeks to reach the next town. Antique refers to something that is very old or has an antique style and is generally of considerable value. She found a beautiful antique vase at the market and later discovered it was worth a great deal of money. All these words mean a feeling of unease or concern, but they are used in different ways. Anxiety refers to a feeling of unease or nervousness about something unpleasant or ominous that is anticipated. She felt a deep anxiety in the days before her surgery, not knowing what the results would be. Worry emphasizes anxiety about how an unknown situation will develop. His worry about the future kept him awake for many nights in a row. Care emphasizes a feeling of unease that arises from a sense of responsibility or personal concern for something. She carried the care of her whole family on her shoulders without ever complaining. Concern, when used to mean care, is the opposite of indifference. It emphasizes genuine interest in others' health and safety, and can also imply worry about difficulties, danger, or failure. The doctor expressed concern about the patient's slow recovery and ordered more tests. All these words refer to machines or mechanical devices, but they are used in different ways. Machine is a common word. It refers generally to all kinds of machines without restriction. The factory uses a machine to cut and shape each piece of metal automatically. Machinery refers to machines as a whole, used as a collective general term. The old machinery in the plant needs to be replaced with newer and more efficient models. Mechanism refers to an operating system, or a simple mechanical device that makes something work. The clock's mechanism was so delicate that only a skilled watchmaker could repair it. Apparatus refers to a device designed and used for a specific or special purpose. The diving apparatus allowed the researchers to stay underwater for several hours at a time. Engine can refer generally to any mechanical device, large or small, simple or complex. It also specifically refers to an engine or motor that generates power. The engineer checked the engine carefully before the train departed from the station. Motor usually refers to a small or lightweight motor or engine that powers something. The electric motor in the fan stopped working after years of continuous use. All these words mean clear or easy to understand, but they differ in tone and emphasis. A parent emphasizes something that seems obvious or is immediately understood. Because it comes from the verb appear, it sometimes implies something looks true on the surface, but may not actually be so. His apparent calm during the crisis surprised everyone, though inside he was deeply worried. Obvious is stronger in tone. It refers to something extremely clear that everyone can see, requiring no explanation or argument. It was obvious that she had been crying. Her eyes were red and her hands were shaking. Evident refers to something that becomes clear based on facts or evidence. It was evident from the data that the new policy had a positive effect on the local economy. Clear is a common word. It emphasizes being easy to see and understand without confusion. Please give a clear explanation so that everyone in the room can follow along. Plain is a common word, very close in meaning to clear, but plain emphasizes being simple and straightforward, not complicated. He spoke in plain language so that even the youngest students could understand. Distinct is a more formal word. It refers to clarity of outline or precision of meaning, leaving no room for confusion or mistake. There is a distinct difference between the two products that customers can easily notice. Definite is positive in tone. It emphasizes being absolutely clear and beyond any doubt. There is a definite improvement in her performance since she started the new training program. Manifest is stronger in meaning and used in written language. It emphasizes being immediately obvious at a glance, implying no inference is needed to understand it. His manifest talent for music was recognized by his teachers from a very early age. All these words mean to ask for something earnestly or urgently, but they differ in tone and context. Plead refers to requesting humbly yet with dignity. It emphasizes a strong sense of urgency. She pleaded with the judge to give her one more chance to correct her mistake. Appeal usually refers to a request based on moral principles or legal grounds. The lawyer appealed to the court to reconsider the verdict based on new evidence. Beg is more colloquial than plead and is not used in legal contexts. It refers to requesting in a very submissive and humble way, and sometimes implies someone is persistently demanding help. He begged his parents to let him stay up late just one more time. Petition refers to making a formal and earnest request or appeal, often in writing and addressed to someone in authority. The residents petitioned the local government to repair the damaged roads in their area. Entreat is similar in meaning to beg, but more refined and elegant in tone. She entreated him not to leave before they had a chance to speak properly. Pray refers to making a devout and sincere request. It is mostly used in religious contexts. Every evening she prayed for the safety of her family and for peace in the world. All these words mean to express approval or admiration for someone, but they are used in different ways. Praise is a common word. It refers to expressing admiration or approval through words or other means. The teacher praised the student for working so hard and showing great improvement. Applaud refers to an outstanding performance or noble behavior receiving unanimous approval, loud cheering, or enthusiastic clapping. The entire audience applauded loudly when the young pianist finished her performance. Commend is a formal word. It refers to expressing praise or giving recognition for a specific achievement or merit. The director commended the team for completing the project ahead of schedule and under budget. Compliment emphasizes politeness and courtesy. It sometimes carries a flattering or charming tone. He complimented her on her beautiful dress, and she smiled warmly in return. All these words mean to make use of something, but they differ in emphasis and context. Use is a common word. It emphasizes making use of a person or thing in order to achieve a certain purpose. She used a sharp knife to cut the vegetables quickly and evenly. Apply refers to putting one thing to work on another in order to produce an effective result. He applied the lessons he had learned in training directly to his work in the field. Employ refers to making use of a person or thing that is idle or unused. It can be used in place of use but emphasizes making a deliberate choice and getting full value. The team employed a new strategy that turned out to be far more effective than the old one. Utilize is a written word. It emphasizes making use of something in a way that is profitable or achieves a practical purpose. The engineer found a way to utilize the waste heat from the factory to generate electricity. Avail usually refers to making use of a person or thing that is nearby or at hand for one's own benefit. Students should avail themselves of every opportunity to practice speaking the language. Exploit emphasizes making full and thorough use of something, getting the most out of it possible. The company exploited the new technology to gain a significant advantage over its competitors. Both these words mean to take pleasure in something, but they differ in depth and tone. Appreciate is mostly used in literary or artistic contexts. It emphasizes having a deep understanding and the ability to critically recognize the value or beauty of something. She has studied classical music for years and truly appreciates the complexity of a Beethoven symphony. Enjoy is a common word used widely. It is less deep than appreciate and mostly refers to getting joy and satisfaction from something with a strong sense of pleasure. They enjoyed the concert so much that they stayed until the very last song. All these words mean to understand something, but they differ in depth and tone. Understand is a general and very commonly used word. It refers to knowing facts or meanings very clearly. She finally understood why the experiment had failed after reading the results carefully. Comprehend is a more formal word. It refers to being able to thoroughly understand the meaning of something complex. It took him several readings before he could fully comprehend the philosopher's argument. Appreciate is milder in tone. It refers to having a full enough understanding of something to recognize its value or significance. You can only truly appreciate the difficulty of this work once you have tried it yourself. Apprehend refers to knowing the general meaning of something, but being unable to understand its deeper meaning. It implies only a partial or surface-level understanding. He could apprehend the basic idea of the theory, but could not explain it in any detail. Grasp comes from the physical meaning of seizing or gripping something tightly. It is extended to mean understanding or mastering something firmly. Once she grasped the core concept, the rest of the subject became much easier to learn. All these words mean a way of doing something, but they differ in emphasis and context. Manner mostly refers to a special or distinctive way of doing something that sets it apart from others. He handled the difficult situation in a calm and professional manner that impressed everyone. Method refers to a systematic and orderly way of doing things or solving problems. The scientist followed a strict method to ensure the results of the experiment were accurate. Way is a common word. It can refer to a general method, a personal style, or a special approach to something. Everyone has their own way of dealing with stress and difficult situations. Mode is a written word. It usually refers to a method followed because of personal preference or long-standing tradition or custom. In some cultures, this mode of greeting has been practiced for hundreds of years. Fashion emphasizes a distinctive procedure or way of doing something, especially based on personal preference or habit. She arranged the flowers in her own fashion, ignoring the standard rules completely. Means refers to the method, tool, or path adopted to achieve a certain purpose or goal. Hard work and persistence are the most reliable means of achieving long-term success. Approach refers to a particular method or path chosen when dealing with or tackling something. The new teacher took a fresh approach to the subject that made students far more interested. All these words mean to agree or say yes to something, but they differ in emphasis and context. Agree is a common word. It emphasizes having the same opinion or idea as others about something. We all agreed that the new plan was better than the original one. Consent refers to agreeing to someone's request or wish, emphasizing willingness and feeling. It is often used with to. She finally consented to the operation after weeks of careful consideration. Approve emphasizes expressing agreement or giving formal approval for something considered correct or satisfactory. When used as an intransitive verb, it is often followed by of. The committee approved the new budget without any objections. Comply refers to agreeing to do something that someone has already requested. It is used with. All staff are required to comply with the new safety regulations starting next month. Subscribe refers to fully agreeing with a position that has already been stated. It is mostly used when someone is willing to support or defend that position. He subscribes to the view that education is the most powerful tool for changing the world. All these words mean to give approval or authorization, but they differ in weight and formality. Approve is a common word. It usually refers to giving formal or official approval for something. The board approved the new investment plan after a long discussion. Confirm emphasizes seeking or giving confirmation or approval through proper legal procedures. The Senate confirmed the appointment of the new judge after a thorough review. Sanction is the strongest word in this group. It mostly refers to official consent or authorization and is used in written language. The use of military force was sanctioned only after all diplomatic options had been exhausted. All these words mean having a tendency towards something, but they differ in emphasis and context. Liable refers to being prone to an unfavorable result. It emphasizes chance or accident and often serves as a warning or reminder. If you leave food out in hot weather, it is liable to spoil very quickly. Apt is commonly used in spoken language. It refers to a natural or habitual tendency with no particular positive or negative tone, usually describing something that happens under normal circumstances. She is apt to forget things when she has too much on her mind at once. Likely emphasizes probability and is used to refer to the future, predicting either a desired or undesired outcome. It is likely to rain this afternoon, so you should bring an umbrella with you. Prone is mostly used for people. It emphasizes a person's natural tendency toward a certain mistake, weakness, or negative behavior. He is prone to making impulsive decisions without thinking about the consequences first. Subject refers to a clearly observable tendency, a pattern that has been identified through repeated observation or experience. This part of the coast is subject to strong winds and heavy rain throughout the winter months. All these words mean to talk about differences of opinion, but they differ in tone and context. Argue refers to putting forward reasons or evidence to defend one's own view or position. It emphasizes reasoning, building a case, and attempting to persuade. She argued convincingly that the new policy would benefit everyone in the long run. Quarrel refers to an unfriendly, noisy, and loud argument between two people or groups, especially a fight or heated exchange. The two neighbors quarreled loudly over the fence that had been built on the wrong side. Debate emphasizes a formal or public argument between two opposing sides with structured rules. The two candidates debated the issue of healthcare reform in front of a live audience. Dispute emphasizes intense or heated argument over a disagreement. It carries emotional color and often implies each side holding firmly to their own view without giving in. The two companies have been disputing ownership of the patent for several years. Discuss is the most commonly used word. It refers to sharing views and opinions on one or more issues in order to reach agreement or find a solution. The team sat down together to discuss the best way to approach the new project. Reason refers to arguing forcefully based on logic to persuade the other side or to seek a deeper understanding of a problem. She tried to reason with him calmly, but he refused to listen to any of her points. All these words mean disagreement or conflict between people, but they differ in intensity and context. Controversy emphasizes deep differences of opinion, mostly on issues of wide public interest or great importance. The new law sparked widespread controversy and divided opinion across the entire country. Argument refers to a debate in which both sides use facts or reasons to try to convince the other. They had a long argument about the best way to allocate the project budget. Conflict refers to a hostile argument in which both sides hold firmly to their views and refuse to compromise. It often implies extremely serious differences that may go beyond words and turn into violence. The conflict between the two departments had been building for months before it finally came to a head. Debate usually refers to a carefully organized and planned argument between individuals or groups with clear structure and rules. The students took part in a formal debate about whether technology has made society better or worse. Dispute is a common word. It emphasizes a prolonged, intensely worded, and sharply confrontational argument where neither side gives ground. The border dispute between the two nations had been going on for over 50 years without resolution. Quarrel is a common word. It can refer to either a heated verbal fight or a mild and temporary disagreement between people. The two friends had a small quarrel over something minor, but made up again before the end of the day. Strife refers to fighting or serious conflict caused by irreconcilable contradictions that cannot be resolved peacefully. Years of political strife had left the country deeply divided and struggling to recover. All these words relate to how something comes from or leads to something else, but they focus on different parts of that process. Arise is mostly used with from. It emphasizes something coming into existence from nothing, expressing a cause and effect relationship. Many problems arise from a lack of clear communication between team members. Originate emphasizes the starting point or origin where a change or idea first began. The tradition of celebrating the New Year with fireworks originated in ancient China thousands of years ago. Result emphasizes the final outcome that comes at the end of a change or process. His hard work and dedication resulted in a promotion that he had been working toward for years. All these words relate to moving upward or lifting something, but they differ in tone and usage. Arise is a written word mostly used in poetry or metaphor. It carries a special rhetorical and literary quality. A great silence arose over the crowd as the leader stepped onto the stage. Rise is a common word. It refers to something concrete or abstract moving from a lower position to a higher one. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west every single day. Raise is a transitive verb and a commonly used word. It mostly refers to moving something from a lower position to a higher one and is sometimes used in an extended sense. She raised her hand to ask the teacher a question about the lesson. Lift is stronger in tone than raise. It refers to using physical or mechanical force to pick something up or move it to a higher position. It took 4 workers to lift the heavy machine and place it onto the platform. All these words mean to wake up or cause someone to wake, but they differ in formality and usage. Rouse is a more formal word. In active voice, it emphasizes the effort of waking someone up. In passive voice, it refers to waking up easily. It can also be used in an extended sense. The general roused his troops before dawn and ordered them to prepare for the march. Arouse, besides referring to general waking, is mostly used in an extended sense, such as stirring up emotions, curiosity, or suspicion. The speaker's powerful words aroused great enthusiasm among everyone in the hall. Awake is a formal word. It often refers to a state of alertness or awareness and is frequently used in a metaphorical sense. She lay awake all night thinking about the difficult decision she had to make the next morning. Wake is the most common everyday word. It refers to actually waking up and can be used as both a transitive and intransitive verb. She woke up early and made breakfast before anyone else in the house had opened their eyes. Waken is a written word. It is often used in passive form and in extended or figurative meanings. He was wakened by the sound of heavy rain beating against the window in the middle of the night. All these words mean to put things in order or group them, but they differ in how and why. Organize refers to arranging people or things into a unified and functional whole according to a plan or need. She spent the whole weekend organizing her files and folders so she could find everything easily. Arrange refers to making plans or putting things in a specific order according to a plan, need, or what is possible. He arranged the chairs in a circle so that everyone could see each other during the meeting. Classify refers to grouping things according to their type, quality, or degree of similarity. The biologist classified the newly discovered insect according to its physical characteristics. Sort usually refers to separating or selecting things by grouping them according to their type or kind. She sorted the letters into 3 piles based on whether they needed a reply, filing, or throwing away. All these words refer to a piece of writing, but they differ in type, purpose, and formality. Composition mostly refers to a writing exercise assigned by a teacher to students at school. The teacher asked the students to write a short composition about their favorite season. Article mostly refers to a non-literary piece published in a newspaper or magazine, including news reports and academic writing. She published an article in a leading science magazine about her research on climate change. Essay refers to any non-fictional piece of moderate length with a concise structure, such as an argument, review, report, or satirical piece. He wrote a thoughtful essay on the relationship between technology and human happiness. Paper is a formal word. It mostly refers to a specialized piece published in an academic journal or presented at a conference. It can also refer to a university term paper or a school writing exercise. The professor presented her research paper at an international conference on artificial intelligence. Prose specifically refers to writing in the form of ordinary prose, as opposed to poetry or verse. His prose is so elegant and clear that even complex ideas feel simple and natural to read. Thesis can refer to a graduation thesis or a degree dissertation. It can also refer to a general academic paper written to present a scholarly viewpoint. She spent 2 years writing her doctoral thesis on the effects of urbanization on biodiversity. Theme generally refers to a limited but complete piece written by a university or high school student to discuss a viewpoint. It can also refer to the main topic of a work or conversation. The teacher assigned a theme on the importance of environmental protection for the weekend homework. Dissertation is a written language word. It refers to a detailed specialized piece written after independent research and can also refer to a degree dissertation. He submitted his dissertation on medieval European trade routes to complete his master's degree. Both these words can mean similar to or in the same way as, but they are used differently in a sentence. As is a subordinating conjunction. It introduces a clause of manner, meaning a full clause with a subject and a verb follows after it. Do as I say, not as I do. Like is a preposition. It is followed by an object, meaning a noun or pronoun comes after it, not a full clause. She sings like a professional singer. Everyone is amazed every time they hear her. All 3 words introduce time clauses, meaning at the time that, but they differ in how they relate the 2 actions. When can introduce a clause with either a continuous or an instantaneous verb. The action in the clause can happen at the same time as the main clause, or before or after it. When she arrived at the station, the train had already left without her. While requires a continuous verb in its clause, not an instantaneous one, the action in the while clause usually happens at the same time as the main clause action. While she was cooking dinner, her children were playing quietly in the living room. As emphasizes that the 2 actions happen at exactly the same time, its clause can use either a continuous or an instantaneous verb. As she opened the door, she noticed that something inside the room had changed. All these words mean to go up or rise to a higher position, but they differ in tone and method. Ascend is a formal word. It refers to rising continuously to a considerable height without using the hands to climb. The balloon slowly ascended into the clear blue sky until it was just a small dot in the distance. Climb is a common word with a wide meaning. It emphasizes using hands and feet with physical effort to go up. It can also refer to abstract things rising. The children climbed the old tree in the garden and sat on the highest branch they could reach. Mount is a written word, similar in meaning to ascend. It emphasizes continuous upward movement or rising. It is also the word used specifically when getting on a horse. The soldier mounted his horse and rode swiftly toward the camp at the edge of the forest. All these words mean to move faster or make something faster, but they are used in different ways. Quicken is a common word. It means to increase speed or rate. His heartbeat quickened when he heard the good news. Accelerate emphasizes an increase in the rate or frequency of something, like a process or movement speeding up. The new policy accelerated the growth of the economy. Hasten means to move or act faster because something is urgent or time is running out. She hastened to finish the report before the deadline. Hurry means to do something quickly or to urge someone else to act fast. It suggests things may be done carelessly or in a disorganized way. He hurried through his homework and made many mistakes. Rush is similar to hurry, but suggests even more haste and disorder. Things feel more panicked and out of control. Everyone rushed out of the building when the fire alarm went off. Speed emphasizes actual fast movement or action in the real world. The ambulance sped through the streets to reach the hospital in time. All these words mean something added or attached to something else, but they are used in different ways. Addition only emphasizes adding something to increase the total amount or number of something. The new member is a great addition to our team. Appendix refers to extra material added at the end of a book or document. You can find the full data tables in the appendix at the back of the book. Attachment is an extra part added to something to expand what it can do, or how it can be used. The vacuum cleaner comes with several attachments for cleaning different surfaces. Supplement means extra content added to make a book, newspaper, or document more complete and useful. The newspaper published a special supplement on travel destinations this weekend. Accessory can mean the same as attachment, and the two words can be used in place of each other. But accessory can also mean something added to improve appearance or style. Her bag and scarf were the perfect accessories to complete her outfit. Both these words mean praise or cheering, but they are used in different ways. Applause emphasizes showing praise and appreciation by clapping hands. The audience burst into applause at the end of the performance. Acclaim is a more formal word, now mostly used to mean strong approval or praise, not just clapping. Her new novel received widespread acclaim from critics around the world. All these words mean a place to live or stay, but they are used in different ways. Lodging is usually used as lodgings. It means a room or rooms rented temporarily, like short-term accommodation. He found cheap lodgings near the train station while he was visiting the city. Accommodation is a general word for any kind of place to stay. It usually refers to a temporary place to live or sleep. The hotel offers comfortable accommodation for both business and leisure travelers. Apartment means a set of rooms used as a home, usually for a longer period of time. This word is more commonly used in America. She rented a small apartment in New York City after starting her new job. Flat is mostly used in Britain, Australia, and New Zealand. It means several rooms on the same floor of a building that form one living unit. They share a two-bedroom flat in central London. Quarters means a living area where a particular group of people live together, such as soldiers or workers. The soldiers return to their quarters after a long day of training. Suite means a set of well-equipped rooms. It usually refers to a luxurious set of rooms, including a living room, bedroom, and bathroom. They stayed in a beautiful suite on the top floor of the hotel during their honeymoon. All these words mean correct or without error, but they are used in different ways. Accurate means achieving conformity with facts through careful effort. It emphasizes that something matches reality with no significant deviation. The scientist made sure all her measurements were accurate before recording the results. Exact emphasizes accuracy in both quality and quantity. It is stronger in tone than accurate. Can you tell me the exact time the meeting starts? Precise emphasizes extreme accuracy and stresses that every single detail is perfectly correct. The engineer gave a precise measurement of every part before building the machine. Right is widely used and can be interchanged with correct, but it often implies correctness in morality, understanding, or behavior. You made the right decision by telling the truth. True implies absolute accuracy, especially when a copy or reproduction matches the original perfectly without any difference. This is a true copy of the original document, with every detail exactly the same. Correct is the most commonly used word. It means measured against a standard or rule, with no errors or mistakes. All her answers on the test were correct. All these words mean to say someone has done something wrong, but they are used in different ways. Accuse is a common word used in both formal and informal situations, in personal life, or in a legal context. The accusation can be about something minor or something serious. It is often used with the word of. She accused him of taking her bag without asking. Charge can often be used in place of accuse, but charge mostly refers to more serious offenses or crimes. It often involves bringing a formal accusation to a court of law. The police charged him with robbery after finding the stolen goods in his home. Blame means to say that someone or something is responsible for a bad result, or a mistake. It is less formal than accuse or charge, and does not always involve a crime. He blamed the bad weather for the delay in the flight. All these words mean to criticize or find fault with someone, but they differ in strength and situation. Blame is a common word with a mild tone. It means to hold someone responsible for something bad. It does not imply harsh words or scolding. She blamed her brother for losing the keys. Accuse is stronger in tone than blame. Its core meaning is to assign guilt to someone, but it can also mean to strongly criticize or condemn. He accused his colleague of spreading false information about him. Condemn is a formal word with a strong judicial or moral tone. It means to strongly condemn something from a standpoint of principle or ethics. World leaders condemned the attack as a violation of international law. Scold is a common word mostly used when someone in authority speaks harshly and aggressively to someone of lower status, like a parent to a child or a boss to an employee. The teacher scolded the students for making too much noise during the exam. Denounce has a similar meaning to condemn, but emphasizes that the condemnation is made publicly and openly. The organization denounced the new policy in a public statement. Reproach emphasizes criticizing or finding fault with someone because their carelessness or selfishness has caused disappointment or dissatisfaction. She reproached him for forgetting her birthday again. Rebuke mostly refers to a strong, stern, and public criticism from someone in authority. It carries a tone of power and zero tolerance. The manager rebuked the employee in front of the entire team for missing the deadline. All these words mean to get to a goal or a result, but they are used in different ways. Attain means to reach a goal that is hard to get by trying very hard. People use this word when someone has a strong wish or ambition and works extremely hard to reach something most people cannot. She attained her dream of becoming a doctor after years of hard work. Reach is a common word. It means to get to a place, a point in time, a goal, or a stage in a process. The company finally reached its sales target this year. Achieve means to get a result by using skill, patience, and effort. It focuses on the work and ability needed to succeed. He achieved high marks on the exam through careful study. Arrive means to reach a conclusion, agreement, or decision after thinking or discussing something. After a long meeting, the team arrived at a final decision. All these words mean to admit or accept something as true, but they are used in different ways. Acknowledge usually means to openly admit the truth of something, or to admit one's own mistakes in front of others. He acknowledged that he had made a mistake in the report. Admit emphasizes clearly admitting something due to external pressure, conscience, or careful judgment. It often implies the person is reluctant or feels forced to admit it. She finally admitted that she had forgotten to send the email. Confess is stronger in tone. It emphasizes admitting a mistake or crime that the person is fully aware of. It carries a sense of confession and repentance. He confessed to stealing money from the company over several months. Recognize, when used to mean acknowledge, is a formal written word. It mainly refers to legal or diplomatic recognition, or something that is publicly accepted. Many countries have recognized the new government as the official authority. Concede means to reluctantly admit something when faced with clear facts or evidence. The person has no choice but to accept it. He conceded that the other team had played better and deserved to win. All these words mean to tell someone something or pass on information, but they are used in different ways. Inform is a common word. It means to pass on facts or information to someone, including information obtained through research or investigation. Please inform us of any changes to your schedule as soon as possible. Acquaint means to provide someone with information or details so they become familiar with a process or a complex situation. The manager acquainted the new staff with the company's rules and procedures. Notify means to formally inform someone of something that requires their attention. It is more official in tone than in form. The bank notified all customers of the changes to their account terms. Advise means to formally inform someone of an important matter that is directly relevant to them personally. The airline advised passengers that the flight would be delayed by 2 hours. All these words mean to get or obtain something, but they are used in different ways. Acquire is a formal written word. It emphasizes obtaining something through continuous and sustained effort, or building it up gradually over time. She acquired a deep knowledge of the language after years of study and practice. Obtain is a more formal word. It emphasizes getting something you need or have wanted for a long time through great effort or persistent demand. He finally obtained permission to build the new facility after months of negotiation. Gain emphasizes achieving something or obtaining a benefit or advantage through effort or deliberate action. Working abroad helped her gain valuable experience in international business. Get is the most common word. It can mean to obtain something in any way and does not necessarily require effort. Can you get me a glass of water, please? Win mainly means to obtain something through effort, struggle, or competition, like a prize, a race, or a battle. She trained every day for 2 years and finally won the gold medal. Earn emphasizes obtaining something through your own labor, merit, or because you have paid a fair price for it. He earned the respect of his team through years of honest and hard work. Secure emphasizes that you must put in effort, face competition, or pay a price to obtain something you strongly desire. The company secured a major contract with an overseas partner after a long bidding process. All these words mean serious or urgent, but they are used in different ways. Critical refers to an extremely dangerous or serious situation that marks a turning point. The outcome could go either way. The patient was in a critical condition after the accident and needed immediate surgery. Acute usually refers to the urgency of a need or shortage. It can also describe the severity of an illness or pain. There is an acute shortage of clean water in many parts of the region. Urgent refers to a situation that is pressing and needs immediate attention or action. She received an urgent message asking her to return to the office right away. All these words mean a person who practices law, but they are used in different ways. Attorney is mainly used in America. It refers to a lawyer who acts on behalf of a client in legal matters such as handling wills and estates. It can sometimes be used in place of lawyer to refer to a defense lawyer in general. She hired an attorney to help her manage the legal issues related to her late father's estate. Lawyer is the most common word. It refers to a person skilled in legal rules who has the right to represent or advise clients in court or in legal matters. He called his lawyer immediately after being questioned by the police. Counsel refers to a legal advisor or lawyer, either alone or as a group, who provides legal consultation to clients or represents them in court. The defense counsel argued strongly that there was not enough evidence to convict the accused. Advocate specifically refers to lawyers in countries whose legal systems are based on Roman law, such as Scotland, and lawyers who appear before certain special courts. It can also refer to a lawyer who argues a case in court. The advocate presented a compelling argument before the court on behalf of his client. All these words mean to support or stand behind someone or something, but they are used in different ways. Back usually refers to giving strong support to an argument, action, or cause. Several senior managers backed the new proposal at the board meeting. Uphold can mean actively supporting someone who is in difficulty or giving support in terms of action, morality, or belief. The court upheld the decision made by the lower court after a careful review. Support has a wide meaning. It mostly refers to supporting someone morally or materially, and can also refer to backing a cause or effort. Her family supported her decision to study abroad, even though they would miss her. Sustain emphasizes giving support that is continuous and uninterrupted over a period of time. The volunteers sustained their efforts to help flood victims for several weeks without stopping. Advocate mostly refers to supporting or championing something through writing or public speaking. It often implies actively promoting a cause or arguing in its defense. She has advocated for equal rights in education for over 20 years. All these words mean to give advice or put forward an idea, but they are used in different ways. Recommend means to openly suggest or advise someone to do something or choose something. The travel agent recommended visiting the north of the country during springtime. Advocate means to publicly express complete approval of something or a course of action. It is stronger in tone than recommend. Many health experts advocate eating more vegetables and reducing sugar intake every day. Propose mostly refers to putting forward a suggestion in a relatively formal way. The committee proposed a new set of rules to improve workplace safety. Suggest is milder in tone. It means to offer a tentative idea or a gentle suggestion without strong insistence. She suggested taking a short break to clear their minds before continuing the meeting. Prescribe mostly refers to a doctor giving a patient specific instructions about medication, diet, or treatment. The doctor prescribed a course of antibiotics and advised the patient to rest for a week. All these words mean to have an effect on someone or something, but they are used in different ways. Effect has a subject that is usually a thing rather than a person. It refers to a negative or harmful influence that one thing has on another. The cold weather affected the crops and caused serious damage to the harvest. Influence emphasizes a gradual and subtle influence on a person's thoughts, character, or behavior. It can also refer to the influence of natural forces. Growing up in a musical family greatly influenced her decision to become a composer. Impress emphasizes that the influence is both deep and long-lasting, leaving a strong mark on someone's mind or feelings. His courage and kindness during the crisis deeply impressed everyone who witnessed it.